sunshine and I'll shit on your parade. Don't get me started on doing Michael Caine. My opinion matters, yours will fall in last place. I'm not shutting up and you'll be learning my name. Fifth in the family, but first in my mind. 1 out of 10, but I'm ranking just fine. We've only got now, there's no afterlife. Look, Mom and Dad, I'm just speaking my mind. Everything's coming up Kyle tonight. Everything's coming up Kyle tonight. Everyone's coming on Kyle tonight. Wait, what? No, nobody's coming on Kyle tonight. Everything's coming up Kyle tonight. You can't shut this mouth, but you're welcome to try. I only stop talking and drink, smoke, or eat and cry. I'll never shut up, gonna talk till I die. Gonna talk till I die. Everything's coming up Kyle tonight. You can't shut this mouth, but you're welcome to try. I only stop talking and drink, smoke, or eat and cry. I'll never shut up, gonna talk till I die. Gonna talk till I die. Gonna talk till I die. Gonna talk till I die.
Hey, hello, everybody. We are here live with episode 10 of season 4 of Kyle Mocha Won't Shut Up here on the Houseboat Tommy Lee Jones.
That's crazy.
It is a weird, wild, wacky time in this world. We're all slowly losing it. Weird, wild stuff. We are all slowly losing it. It has officially been 3 weeks since I've worked. And,
it's weird,
younger me had months where he didn't work, out of high school and stuff. And Jesus Christ, 3 weeks. I mean, I guess if I was able to do things besides, we do this, but if we were able to do more things.
Like be out in the world.
Yeah, like if I had a bubble boy bubble.
Sure.
Or a boy in the plastic bubble, take your pick. You can either have your Travolta style or you can have your Gyllenhaal style, right. Whichever boy in the bubble you prefer.
Yeah.
I'm going Travolta.
Okay.
And I'll just hamster ball everywhere across the fucking, the country. I would just do that. I think I would get a lot of, it'd be like roll Kyle roll instead of run Forrest run, I think it'd be a really good fucking idea.
Only if you run around screaming $500.
Yeah,
regardless of whichever bubble boy you want to go with, you still have to scream the $500.
Gotta shout that. I like it. Well, hey guys, again, thank you everybody for joining in live, joining in the future to come and listen to us ramble back and forth. We hope to help be your escape a little bit through all these troubling times. And then when the troubling times are done, we hope you still come and escape here once in a while. If you're new to the show, we're just a bunch of idiot friends who like to get together, write some music, talk about different pop culture things, different things going on in the world, and drink beer. Those are the main staples, those are the tent poles, if you will, to what we're doing over here. So thank you for any new joiners, old joiners. I don't know why
Thanks
I'm saying
for being here.
Thank you for Joiner Lucas, all the joiners, all of the joiners.
Yes. Yeah.
Speaking of joiners, somebody that joiners us every
I
I'm going
miss
to
the bar
stop saying
sometimes
joiner.
too,
I'm going to stop. I'm joined every week by Mr. Justin Olimpedo.
Hey, man.
How you doing today, brother?
I'm okay. I'm good today. I did have a moment this week where...
you have a tickle in the throat that freaks you the fuck out?
No.
I had one yesterday.
I
and
just woke up. Well, no, I don't know. I think at any point you're gonna you wake up and you're like, oh shit, do I have a headache?
Yeah, exactly.
Do I have a fever?
Yep.
What do I have to go? Do I take my temperature? Do I just take medicine? What the fuck do I do?
And see, it's annoying for me because I take my temperature anally still. I never was taught how to not do that. So whenever I freak out, I gotta boink my butt a little.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's
What
how
I
you
do.
if that's how you want to
That's how
and
Mama taught
choose
me.
to fucking.
That's how Mama
go
taught
ahead,
me.
by all means.
Little petroleum jelly.
Do you at least mark it? Do you
Right
at least
in.
mark it? Which one is?
Oh no! It's marked. It's marked. Oh God, it is. It says mouth on it. It says mouth thermometer right on
Okay.
there.
No, I had a moment this week where it was, I woke up and like I was sitting around and I'm like, fuck, man, like I don't know if I got hit with depression or if just sitting around was just fucking getting to me or whatever. But like I was like, you know what? I need to clean off my computer desk. I need to do that. And then that spiraled into cleaning my room. And then cleaning the bathroom.
Yep,
and
just
cleaning
everything.
the kitchen.
Just slowly cleaning.
And by the time I was done, I was like,
help you.
okay, I'm good now. Like, I'm fucking great. Like, if I would have just, like, stopped being a lazy piece of shit for 5 minutes a day, I would have felt accomplished.
Exactly.
You know what
I had the same similar situation yesterday where I took a shower, and it felt really like an accomplishment because I was like, I don't want to waste, like, oil. It's heating oil.
Yeah.
Like none of us are
you
making
have to heat
money
your
right
water
now.
through oil?
I believe so.
Oh,
yeah,
that sucks,
definitely. Yeah, because when it runs out, it's like it's done.
Freezing?
Yeah, like
that
one
sucks.
day during the winter, when Keith and Lucy were visiting. Lucy went to go take a shower, and that's how we found out we ran out of oil because he was like, "It's not getting warm," and I was like,
I've been running this for 2 hours and it's cold.
Yeah, she's like, it was hot for an hour of it, but it was too hot.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, so I've been limiting showers because I'm gross already and I don't really care. If I don't have work that day and I didn't do anything, I think it's an option. But through all this, it's actually my disgusting lifestyle has become a frugal lifestyle now.
Right.
Not showering saves on oil.
Money.
Not
Really,
doing
it's
anything
saving
outside
yourself
of
from
my
money.
house is saving money. Me sitting at home and watching all of the subscriptions that we already have it's a smart thing. We're learning in this time that A, I'm not an essential person, and B, my life was pretty much already close to quarantine, except I would go get shit-faced at the bar, Once in a
You would
while
actually
I would
see
do
your
that.
friends?
I would see friends. The last year or so, there was a 2-year dark window where I didn't see anybody. I wonder what that was about. Also, wondering what things are about. We are now joined by the man who didn't know what time it was, Mr. Zachary. Oh, Stormy, got some flight on that. Ooh, nice. So Zach is joining us late because every week we write, record, mix, and master a brand new Brunch Weekly original single. And this one had a lot of fucking vocals on it. We'll get to that in a little bit.
Yeah, it did.
But how did the mixing go?
I would have still been up there.
If you hadn't checked to see?
Yeah.
I wonder how long. One of these days, you're just going to come down 45 minutes later. We're going to be like, and on to break 2. Zach, can you bring the song down?
I hope the extra time I put into it made the song extra better.
I hope so.
I hope so.
We've only ever had that happen, I believe. I don't think extra time has made it worse that many times, but maybe.
I was born late, so...
You were. Do we want to start off with your birth again? Because last week we started off with your birth.
That's where I started off.
That's where you did. 1 foot hanging out of your mom for like 7 years, I think is what I said last week. So we're going to make that a theme. Keep on going.
Why the fuck not?
Hi, Stormins. What's up? Yeah. All right, so every week we like to get together, and like I said before, we like to drink some beer. So without any further delay, Justin already cracked his open. We need to drink some beer. Tattletale. Did the wrong beer. Here we go.
Jesus.
We drink it so you don't have to. Review it in the morning for the bathroom. Cheap booze and craft brews. Review it in the morning for the bathroom. What do we drink it? What do we drink it? Yeah!
I have nubby knees, Daddy.
Do I have nubby knees,
Daddy, do I have nubby knees?
Oh, all right. Those of you watching it at home right now live, please comment if Zach has knobby knees. You want to see what the world thinks of his knees. Again, he's got the chair that you can see all the way down there.
I like this chair because I get to wear... People see my outfits.
Yeah, because I, in this chair, can just wear a black shirt, or I can wear a band shirt or anything like that, and you can't tell, like, once it's below here. And then when you do the wide shot, you can't see anything anyway. I have to wear pants because of the wide shot. I do have to wear pants because of the wide shot there.
This is the wide shot.
Oh, there it is. Oh, this is the wide shot right here. Hello, wide shot. You'd think a black shirt would be more slimming. That's the shot I like. Let's keep it there. All right, so as I was saying, every week we try to find a weird, new, different beer that we're going to enjoy. And this week I spent all of like 30 seconds looking for a beer, and I found Labatt Blue Citra. Labatt Blue Citra. It is brewed with Citra and Mosaic hops, which I've generally always enjoyed something that has Mosaic hops. So I've got to
I
get to
can't
them.
tell the difference, but
hops?
if I read it on the can, I'll be like, whew, I like the Mosaic hops.
But then what you wind up doing is just after you realize like 30 or 40 times of drinking an IPA later, you're like, oh, these have all been Mosaic hops. Anything that says Mosaic, like Mosaic Promise, I've always
Mosaic
really
Promise
thoroughly
is a great
enjoyed.
beer.
Always thoroughly enjoyed.
I really
but this is
do
their
enjoy
hoppy
this beer.
session lager, bright hop aroma, crisp, clean finish. It's 4.7% alcohol, and the best thing about it, before I taste it, is that it's $11 for a 12-pack.
I
So
could
you're
drink
getting
this-
something hoppy for $11
I could
a
drink this on a
12-pack.
summer day.
13 after
Very
taxes
easily.
or whatever. Yeah. No, all right. So you're
Actually,
saying
I could
summer
drink
beer?
this and sip some iced tea at the same time. Because it
All
has
right,
that
the-
citrus flavor at the end.
But the lime isn't. Yeah, the lime's not an offensive lime.
No.
It's not one of those racist.
Hey, that's an
I
offensive
hate
line.
an offensive
That
line.
I never ever after that one time with that bunch of limes, I got into it, man.
Dude.
They were saying rude
You
things
run
about
with
my
the long
mother.
limes.
Yeah.
Right?
You
run
rhymed
with
on the
with-
wrong line.
You lawn with the long rhymes.
You lawn with the lawn gnomes.
You're a lawn gnome for sure.
Get the fuck
Yeah,
outta
this
here.
is good. This is actually really
It's
fucking
really
good.
good, yeah.
And going for sipper number 2 there.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I feel like
Sipper dos, bro.
sipper dos.
I like it that it says product of the USA.
Oh, it does. Really? Product of
Is this
it does.
is this USA only?
So Labatt making
I-
shit
dude, I
in
couldn't
the
s-
USA now?
I couldn't see real Canadians drinking this shit.
Oh
Probably
God,
not.
no. They
drinking
just want
bear
moosehead.
piss.
Yeah, and bear pee. Moosehead and bear pee and syrup. I think that's all they drink up
Syrup.
there. Syrup. Right out the tray.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm giving them this accent.
Purple right out the turtle.
Welcome to Canada, where we drink syrup right up the tray.
Spencer
That is how
says
they took.
mosaic, an individual, especially an animal, composed of cells of 2 genetically different types.
Speaking
Oh,
of Canadians.
Speaking of Canadians, yeah, we got a legitimized Canadian. Can we call him or first generation of Canadian American?
First, yeah.
Yeah, we got a first gen CA over here. And I wonder if he would drink this blue citrus hops.
I think he
shit.
would.
I think he would. I think
Yeah,
he's
I
that
think
type of
he- I
Canadian,
think he would.
the type that leaves Canada. All right, but yeah, for literally under $15 for a 12-pack of something that's got a hoppy taste to it, something that's got a fruity taste
Save
to it.
yourself some money. Get some Labatt
I
Citra.
think it's a good way to go. The only problem might be it might be too quick of a sipper.
Spencer
And
also says
we'll
I'm
see
Canadian,
how it is at number 2.
bitches.
I'm Canadian bitches. He is Canadian bitches. That's what he is. All right. So in the world lately, there's been a lot of the same thing seeming to be talked about over and over again, spoken about over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And this week I struggled. I dug deep, and I found some things that are actually,
What's going on?
what's going on in this world that's not really coronavirus related. Let's go. Hey, what's happening? Hey, what's happening in the world? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Hey, what's happening? Hey, what's happening in the world? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Hey, what's happening? Hey, what's happening in the world? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Alrighty, what is going on in the world? You know, guys, like I was saying, there's
I don't really know. I
there's-
lost track of time. What is going on?
There is a world. There is a
Okay.
world. I've been told that there is a world out there beyond these 4 walls. Now, the cool thing, one of the cool things that's happening right now is tonight, and perfectly for us, from about 10:35, 10:45, so about the time that this show wraps up, until midnight, you are going to get the best time slot to go outside, and if it's clear, it's the pink moon tonight. It is a full moon, and it is the pink
And it
moon.
looks like Nicki Minaj's
It
big
looks-
ass.
Exactly, just half of it though, just half of her booty. But this is going to be one of the largest
I'll take what I can get.
sightings that you can have of the moon. This is going to be one of the times where the moon looks the largest. And if you didn't know, because I was curious and I went into a little bit of a hole here, I don't know why it took me so long to realize that this is probably what the answer was. I was like, what's a pink moon? Why? Well, you know, I mean, obviously it shines pink a little bit, but what does it like represent in, like, you know, native culture? And it was it's springtime, so it's just about fucking rebirth and procreation and everything like that. So
yes, the pink moon is
so
pink in the
I
blood
want to know,
of the
how many
uterus.
people do you think are fucking under the pink moon tonight?
Whole lot, dude.
So many babies
lot.
going to be made already.
I
through
just
all
wrote a
this.
song.
Yeah.
Fucking underneath the pink moon tonight. I'm
Baby,
gonna
baby.
give you a baby, alright.
Gonna give you a baby inside your belly. That's not correct. It's actually in
Yeah.
your other lady parts. I'm not a doctor. I don't know. There you go. Oh, I'm glad we have that shot now. Yeah. All right. So another thing going on in the world. This is a little bit related just because it wouldn't have been able to happen unless the streets were empty. There's a guy in New York who wrecked a $750,000 Gembala Mirage GT into a bunch of cars street racing.
Really?
What?
It's called a Gembala.
Is this a car that you know that I never heard of?
I've
Wait,
never heard
spell
of it
this
before.
thing- spell this thing again.
GEM.
GEM.
BALLA.
Jambala.
They said it
Mirage
was
GT.
Mirage GT. They said it's basically like
A
souped
Mitsubishi
up,
Mirage?
a souped
Oh
up.
damn! Yeah, there's a
Porsche.
picture of it. Holy fuck!
Did the crash come up?
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
it is.
Holy
He
shite.
tore through some shit. He tore through
Is it
shit.
is it like a modified 911?
It
Look at that
basically
thing, dude.
is.
right?
Look at that
It's
thing.
basically a modified Porsche. That's basically what it is.
Holy shit.
Jesus, that is ridiculous. Now,
Well, it's a good thing the trunk stopped him.
yeah, right.
What an idiot.
They arrested the guy, so he survived the crash.
Dude,
So
they just look
I mean,
like Porsches. They look like 911s.
yeah, it's basically
Or
what it is.
917.
They said it was a
sorry.
souped-up version of the
918 or
same
whatever the
vehicle
fuck it is.
that what's his face died in. Fast and Furious boy.
Oh.
Paul Walker?
Paul Walker. There you go. I was gonna call him
Yeah,
Brian.
he did die in a 911.
Yeah.
I think.
Honestly,
I think
looks
Ryan
like a
Dunn
modified
died in a
Miata
911
as well.
too. I feel like everyone dies in 911s.
Yeah, I think Ryan Dunn also
I'm
died
rethinking
in
the sentence
He
I
did die
just
in
said
a
about
911,
everybody
yeah.
dying in 911s, and I think we should move on. But
Fuck you, Porsche. Why would you name your car that?
before everything happened, you should have known numbers.
Bastards at Porsche.
You should only be able to name your car a number that's not ever going to be a date. So 700 trillion, 2.5
or
billion.
one that's already passed.
Or one that's already passed. You're right. September 11th had passed when they done it multiple times.
My car's named that. It's named
Vin Diesel?
My car's named 1500.
1500? Okay, yeah. Only years that have passed, not actual days of the year. Gotcha. I'm down with that idea. Now, what I wanted to ask
Wait,
you
there's
guys,
that-
because you are car people, you guys are interested in cars way more than I am, and you both know more about
Oh, here's
racing.
the video of it.
Oh, no. There's a video of the
And
crash
it's-
happening?
Wait a second.
That didn't look like that. Looked like a lady hit a garbage can.
Yeah.
No, dude, that was definitely not.
Either
He hit
way,
a
what-
can.
Oh, now I
Definitely not,
see
but
it.
it is a Porsche.
Now, I want to ask you guys, as people that know a lot about racing, and as we talked about
damn,
last
dude.
summer, we talked about different things like
He just
e-racing and
lost
everything
it,
like
dude.
that.
He just loses it.
Yeah.
Like literally,
Yeah,
just
no, it's a
loses it.
brutal fucking crash. It's not really fun
Yeah.
to watch and imagine being in. Now, what I want to ask you guys is, as car people,
Yes.
would you, knowing if it was like that scene in Vanilla Sky where Tom Cruise is running through Times Square and there's nobody there, if it was completely evacuated,
Do I get to pick my car?
would you race a $750,000 vehicle through the streets of New
Hell
York?
yeah, dude! I would
Would
take.
you?
I would take a Porsche 918. For
Yeah.
that shit.
Would you? Do you think you could control that car, or would you just do a straightaway?
I mean,
that's
I
my
only
thought. I
get-
was thinking
wait.
just go straight. It's New York.
Can-
It's a grid.
Can I? Can we go over the question a little bit more?
Yes.
Is it like you hop in the car and you just go, or can I get a couple test fucking runs?
Oh yeah, I mean you can warm up and do whatever you
Okay.
want, like get
So
used
like
to
a
whatever
Ken Block
track you
shutting
want to
down
set.
LA.
Yeah. However you
Then
want
fuck
to do
yeah,
it.
I would try.
Now, okay, so if it was that vehicle, you do it. Zach, would you try it in that vehicle?
I mean,
Through the streets of New York,
I have gotten
totally abandoned.
I have gotten in tons of trouble in the first car I ever had. So, hell yeah, if I had that car, I'd be getting into fucking trouble.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
see, I
dude.
would just have the problem of it's probably a stick and I wouldn't know how to drive
Nah,
it. So
most
I mean,
modern supercars,
supercars.
nothing is
All
a
right,
stick
sweet.
anymore.
I'll take it
The
then.
new Corvette does not come in manual.
All right, so then the follow-up question to this: if it wasn't
Flappy paddle bastard.
if it wasn't
you know?
restricted to just New York City, if you could pick anywhere in the world and the best car, your car, you pick anywhere and any vehicle, what vehicle are you driving as fast as you can, knowing the streets are abandoned?
Knowing the streets are abandoned.
Yeah. See, because I've always
McLaren P1 maybe.
Ooh.
A rear wheel drive supercar. You know what I
McLaren,
mean? Like,
nice. Where would you take it?
probably something like New York.
Like the city? See, I've always wanted to see how fast, because I used to get in arguments with my friends when I worked in Bethlehem, that they're like, oh, you can get to Bethlehem in 20 minutes from here. And I'm just like, yeah, I mean, you can. You can get to Bethlehem in 20 minutes, but you shouldn't be getting to Bethlehem in 20 minutes. And I've made it technically from, I was saying exit to exit from around the 306 exit off of 80 to the main Bethlehem exit where the hospital is and everything, like Shanersville, around that area. And the quickest I ever made it being late for work and like busting ass was 28 minutes. 28 minutes. Granted, I was doing that in a minivan, so maybe somebody in a faster car. So I always wanted to be able to clear the roadway, clear the highway, and just be able to open up and just see how fast, because I know that road probably better than any road in my life. I would, though, love to take, again, not knowing cars, a really fast, pretty yellow or red car. Definitely yellow or red. Definitely pretty, and definitely fast.
Hello Kitty yellow.
Oh, God. Fuck it. I want a Hello Kitty Porsche. I want to go with the 611, though. And
really
I want to...
What about 7-Eleven?
7-Eleven. I want to go with 7-Eleven. There we go.
Actually, I'm changing the stipulation to your question.
Yeah. I want to do it in Saw Creek. That's what I was going to say. I want to do it all over
I
that.
have a good answer.
Oh,
Okay,
what's your
go ahead.
answer? What's your answer?
Okay, I'd definitely pick Los Angeles, specifically Hollywood, with no traffic and no pedestrians.
Dude.
And then, I've been fast, so I don't want something top speed. I want the
Handling?
original Ram with the Viper V10 in it.
Okay.
The SRT 10 Ram from like whenever they did, like 2004 or whatever.
Yeah.
That is just made for burnouts.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I'm gonna do is fucking every huge
highway there would be fucking
intersection
fun.
though.
Oh, dude,
those big
fucking-
intersection, just
I did that shit on GTA anyway.
Getting on the 405
exactly.
or the
It's
101 like that.
Yeah. And
4
just,
lanes, 6 lanes,
Yeah.
totally open, being able to...
and you could just do it like I would be
Yeah.
doing burnouts
Yeah.
and donuts. All
right.
kinds
Now,
of
if you
shit.
could end your trip doing with that vehicle, and you ended at Santa Monica, right? You're going through Hollywood. You went, and you made the turn. You started going, towards the beach. Would you ever ride a ramp off the Santa Monica Pier with a
Like
car and crash it
GTA?
into the ocean? Like GTA. Because the amount of times I've crashed helicopters into that fake Santa Monica Pier, every time I've crashed a car and just like mowed down people, because that's what you do on GTA.
Yeah.
You're an asshole.
Just go right off.
Yeah,
the
I
pier.
Superman it. I immediately put in the high jump, the high run, all the fucking add-ons that I can
in
figure out.
this wild stipulation,
Yes,
of course,
you would.
Okay,
you
how
would
about
have to.
how
Okay.
about this scenario?
Yes.
It's this road from Wooddale all
Yep.
the way up and down.
Way to let them know where the
But-
boats docked.
But it's Group B rally. Like it has to
Are
be
those
within.
tiny little guy cars?
Has to be
No,
within.
Group B is a no rules rally.
Oh,
It's got to
okay.
be those like the old style cars, the same years, but it's this fucking road.
Give me a fucking Lancia
Yeah, dude.
Stratos and watch me put
I
it
don't
in
know.
watch me put it right in the pond on that first corner, because
I think we
Yeah,
it'd
for
be
real,
good for
dude.
you. I think it'd be good for all of us.
this road sucks.
It
dude.
sucks, dude. But how crazy would that shit be?
See, but
He's
a road that
scary
you
as fuck.
drive every day, that's why I think Saw Creek. Like, if I just had, like, a really fucking fast small car, or even a fucking Miata around Saw Creek
Dude,
would be fucking...
Yeah, but
That's why I love
I've
my
been
car,
up
dude.
this road fast, just fucking
Oh, yeah.
all kinds
You
of
really
cars.
know this road. I learned how to drive on those roads.
Just kidding,
and probably
I've
spent
never
the most
speeded ever.
ever.
No.
He's never done
Allegedly.
any speed. Never done
Unlike
anything
the
like
album
that.
that we're writing about.
Yeah. No, this album is me admitting a lot of terrible things I've done in a vehicle for sure. All right. So, hey, guys, before we go too far into a tangent on vehicles and stuff like that, because, again, we're going to talk more about cars when we talk about our Brunch Weekly original single, which is all about the modes of transportation. We're going to jump into our...
Greasehead Kyle over here.
Greasehead Kyle? I'm kind of a grease
cars.
monkey. Yeah, I'm kind of a grease monkey in the way that I bathed today for the first time in 2 weeks. It was yesterday, but it was 2 weeks. I alluded to that earlier, but now I'm just telling you straight up. Hands were washed all the time. Don't worry. All right, so we are going to be introducing now an artist from Sweden. His name is Francis Moon. I'm going to just say this right away because you're going to see his picture. He looks like Swedish Logic. And when I say that, I mean the rapper Logic.
Yeah.
Because Swedish Logic is definitely better than American Logic, you know? I mean, if you go to actual Logic, you know, they're just smarter than us as a whole. So I wonder how much smarter this guy is really than actual Logic, because Logic is pretty fucking smart. But this guy, just in appearance, he looks like him. He does not sound like him in any way. He is a self-described pop artist from Sweden. So this is our first time having an actual solo pop artist, and it's our first time that we are featuring somebody from Sweden. This
Big
is
up
the
to
furthest
Sweden, boy.
north that we have ever gone.
Is Sweden that far north?
It's
though?
farther north than fucking
Alberta.
Scotland. I think is the next.
Alberta.
We never had anybody from Canada. We never had anybody, you know, from up that high. We've had a lot of down in that. Remember we were trying to figure out how the globe worked last week? I was trying to figure out what was east and west of
I need a
Australia.
flat
We're
map.
on a flat Earth.
Yeah,
I
we're
need
on
a
a flat
flat
Earth.
map.
We're a flat Earth. It's actually a rectangular flat Earth because look at the map. That's what it is. Globes are bullshit. But Francis Moon, the single that we're going to be playing is called In Color. If you like what you hear, you can go to Francis In Color on Instagram. Now the song is called In Color, like color, like a European color.
Yeah, like
but his
City
name,
in Color.
yeah, his name is Francis In Color, but the Americanized way. So go check that out. He's been releasing music since 2016. He's gone with a couple different monikers, but right now he is sticking with Francis Moon. So without any further delay, this is the first time I'm listening to this in about 3 months because he sent me this a while back while we were booking this season. And this is the first time for everybody else hearing this. So I'm super excited. Again, if you like it, at Francis In Color on Instagram. You can check him out. Try to find him on Spotify and all of those other wonderful apps. Wonderful. So here is In Color from Francis Moon.
Also, real quick, Spencer
Yeah.
says he can drive Fish Hill with his eyes closed.
Oh, Jesus.
I believe you.
Oh, Jesus. All right, guys. We'll see you in a couple of minutes. Enjoy Francis Moon, the Swedish pop sensation.
I know it feels forever stuck in my mind. I know it's kept in heaven. Crazy how life turns around. Was a heavy load to carry for all of you. And I know it's kept in heaven.
All right, Hans Zimmer. All right, we got off on a tangent there for a little bit, but hey, there you go. That is Francis Moon in color again. At Francis in color.
Yeah, it was
But
good.
I got
It's
that
just
Swedish.
It
pop
does have a Swedish
sound.
pop sound.
Yep.
I made a joke. I'm like, it sounds like ABBA, but it's ABBA. And I think
I like
I think
ABBA.
I like ABBA. So I know I like ABBA.
Yeah, I like ABBA.
I like ABBA. I
That's
wanted to
good.
see Mamma Mia so bad when it was at the Shawnee Playhouse last summer, and then I went to go see it like a week after it ended.
See,
And-
I hate musicals.
Yeah.
But
You would see that
I would
musical.
definitely be willing to watch Mamma Mia.
Yeah, it's. I mean,
Mamma
you
Mia.
just zone out during the other parts, and then they start going.
Can
like,
I bring? Do you get
Dancing
pizza instead
Queen.
of popcorn?
Yeah, you could. I'm sure you could
Or
smuggle
you get
some in.
meatballs instead of
Yeah.
popcorn.
Oh,
We,
meatballs.
we should have
Swedish
We
meatballs
should have
and
an
Swedish fish.
a big Italian,
Man.
Movie night.
a big Italian cooking night where we make a whole bunch of spaghetti and we
Ooh.
watch Mamma Mia.
Mamma Mia. All right. For the show, I think you're talking, right? We're gonna do this. Where
Well,
the show
live,
is
dude.
us. It's a shot of us watching Mamma Mia and eating spaghetti with Swedish meatballs, though, because it's kind of a crossover, you know.
My dad does make good Swedish meatballs.
Oh, I bet.
Only
Now,
from IKEA. You
now
have to, they have to be like you have to buy them.
I do want to point out that while I
He
was
sucks.
announcing
I'm just kidding.
Francis
Sorry.
Moon, Slacky asked, did I pick this, did I theme this because of the pink moon? And I didn't. I didn't know that there was a pink moon until earlier this afternoon, and I picked this guy
Did
a
you?
couple
Were you
months
awake
ago.
last night? How bright
yes.
the fucking shit was, dude.
Yeah, dude. I was
I mean,
watching.
I know it's a random. Were you awake? last night?
Were you awake last night? Why didn't you answer my calls?
No, it
No,
was
I
last
was
night.
actually
not.
I was watching Ozark outside on the projector, and I had to. Usually, I can watch something and keep our string lights plugged in, so I had to unplug them because it was so fucking bright
it
just
was fucking
outside.
bright as hell.
So if it's
I
anywhere
missed it.
near,
I went to bed early and I got up early.
Yeah, you missed
It
the
was like
moon.
daytime
You missed
almost,
that moon,
dude.
man.
It
It
was
was
crazy.
very bright.
It
Like,
was daytime though during the daytime. Today.
It was.
Were you
It
awake
was, and
during
it
the
was
daytime
nice.
today?
I was,
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
cool.
I saw nighttime and daytime. I slept for a couple
Shit.
of hours, you know. That's what I've been doing is sleeping for like 3 hours at a time,
Is that
and
what
then
you're
just
supposed to
waking
do?
up and be like,
I'm
"Du-du-du."
just fucking up. I'm
Trying
just
to
sleeping.
sleep.
I'm just sleeping. I'm not
Yeah,
waking.
just sleeping. I never wake up
see,
anymore.
you texted us today with a screenshot of your phone.
That
Yeah.
was.
With
Oh, hold on. Can I just say this?
202,
Well,
250.
240 messages.
Yeah.
240 unread messages.
Can I just say this? I didn't realize my phone died last night, and it
Yeah.
must have died probably 10, 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
And right before I'm coming to get you, I charged my phone, and that's the first thing I saw. And probably 2 or 3 other messages were not the group text.
Not our
I
group
looked
chat.
at it and I was like, "Fuck
Y'all
this."
See, that's a
Literally
good
never
thing.
worked.
I think everybody understands with a group chat. If unless like some really important thing came up, if it's a group chat with your friends and you miss more than 10 messages, you don't have to read them. I will scroll through and see if there's a picture
I don't
or a
read
link
them.
or something. I'll do a quick scroll through, and then I go back to the bottom, and
If I catch a moment, cool.
I generally
but
just go bah ha 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 to whatever the last person said. So they're like, "Oh, Kyle's still alive. He's still in there."
Thanks,
Yeah.
Kyle.
Yeah. Hey, sometimes I actually interact. I was a lot of those 250 messages last night.
Well,
I'm
that,
sure.
you didn't miss. You missed a lot,
Yeah,
but at
not
the end of the
much.
day, you didn't miss shit.
You didn't miss almost anything at all. Now, for the last couple of weeks, we've been working on our pop punk album, and the theme of the album is my driving record. So lyrically, everything's about things I've either done as a driver or as a passenger or as a sex haver, I guess. I don't know what's the word. Last week it was about me
Is
losing my
tonight
virginity.
more about you being the owner of a vehicle?
This is about me being a bad owner of a vehicle. Lyrically, this song is all about how dirty my cars always were, you know? All of my cars were always very,
I
very
went
dirty.
to the car wash today.
And car wash?
Oh yeah.
Good song.
I went to the automatic.
Yeah.
You got to get out or
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
you just
Get a nice
drive right
get,
up on
get the
that
truck
bitch.
nice and shiny.
Oh, she's shining.
Oh, she shined up. I would do that. I had a membership to go through and get my car washed at Sparkle Car Wash.
where's
whenever
the
I wanted.
automatic cleaner?
Well,
But
love
the
Sparkle.
interior rarely got touched.
We need to invent
and it's
the
full of
automatic
trash and it's full of
cleaner.
garbage. So that was
Just get out of your car and robots clean it.
old man joke time. Isn't that called your wife? We do need wives.
Wow.
We do need wives. Probably for more than
Probably
helping us
not
clean.
gonna happen.
Probably not going to happen.
Well, there went our viewers.
There go all of them. All of our lady viewers just dropped. We are. Oh no, nobody left. Okay, I guess we don't appeal to women, even as a show. So this week, we wrote this song. What did we wind up keeping the name of the song? What you had saved it as?
The name of the song is pretty bad.
Yep.
Love boiled, love bone.
Yeah, I think, fuck it, we're just keeping that.
Well,
but this is about the cleanliness of my vehicle. Now, the album that we're working on is called Modes, the Exploration of the Exploitation of the Modes of Transportation of the American Motorist, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the DMV.
Yes, correct.
Got it. All right. That's a very small, I'm just trying to see from there, but I think I
How
got
do you
it.
not know this by
How
now?
do I not know it? It's only like 200 words. Now this mode that we were writing in, because we've been doing the different modes. We did Dorian. We did Lydian, Phrygian,
Lydian,
and now we are on Mixolydian.
What
And
you found out is there's a shitload of songs.
shitload
written
of
in
songs. So
this.
Mixolydian, you get like Lowriders, Mixolydian,
Toadies were on that, right?
Toadies, yeah. Madonna had a couple of songs in there. So this one is supposed to be a little bit murkier and a little bit
Mixolydian
like
in C major is like playing a G7 chord.
yeah. They it's weird. So from the writing standpoint of this, we've been sticking with the same 4 chords more or less. How difficult was it to write something in Mixolydian?
I don't think it was harder than any of the other modes.
All right.
Per se.
Spencer says do minor.
Do minor.
Well, that'll be
That's
the next one.
the
We
next
made
one.
rules.
We made rules.
Yeah, minor's gonna be harder. We'll do that one
That'll be the next.
in a little bit.
That'll be the next math rock album, pretty
Yeah.
much. The next. Let's make our lives more difficult.
No, but me and Justin both had a little trouble playing this song.
Yeah. There
Well,
were
it's a
certain
very
parts.
simple sounding song, but you made it intricate.
There was just parts that I just sucked at.
Yeah.
That I know what I wanted to play.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't fucking do it.
But you got it. You got
Well,
it
we got
done. You got it done. Justin, he was saying how it was a little difficult. What was the difficult parts of this for you? Just kind of finding the groove, or what?
I think this was the first time where I was fighting myself on going halftime. A lot of the times, when it felt right to go halftime, and then I just said fuck it, and then I was like, "Is that what you're looking for?"
Yeah.
And once I realized that that's where we were, I was like, "Okay, I can settle down a little bit," and just figure out whatever groove needs to happen or whatever part, And sometimes when you sit down, especially it's the first time really playing for the day, you just sort of want to go all out. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I have that a lot where I'll sit down and it's just like
You just want to
fucking
get all that
noise
energy
and
out.
shit.
You got to
Yeah.
just fucking. Well, sometimes, especially a lot of drummers, and you specifically here, when you get pissed off that you fuck something up, you just like bang, and then
Because
you
I'm just expending
reset.
that extra energy
Yeah.
to be like, okay,
Yeah,
all right, it's coming back
it's
around.
like punching
Cool.
a pillow or something like that. It just
Yeah.
gets it.
It's like fucking a kiwi.
It's like fucking a kiwi.
Well, sticking a kiwi in your... Well,
It's like getting fucked by a kiwi. Next on our trip to New Zealand, we get fucked by kiwis. So what was the length that we came in at on this wonderful pop punk song?
4:17.
4:17. Now before
4:19.
before we jump into it, I said earlier there were a lot of vocal tracks. I think this might be the most vocal tracks I specifically
this is
have
more
done.
vocal tracks than regular tracks. So there was a drum track,
Yeah.
bass, left and right on one guitar and another guitar.
Okay.
And then maybe like that was broken up somewhere. So maybe 6 tracks of that.
Vocals.
And then the vocals were just like an endless amount of
Yeah,
different
we did a lot. We
vocal
got a lot of
tracks.
woes. We got Justin was like, this sounds like a good use of woe parts. And this time I didn't take a suggestion and say nani nani. So I stuck with the woes. I'm really excited to hear this song, so I don't want to hold us up anymore. Again, this is what again? What is the name of this?
Love
No,
boiled,
just come
love
up with a
bone.
real name.
Or AKA
AKA
Trash.
Trash. Yeah, trashed, something like that. Trashing.
Although,
life.
can I just be clear? Did
Life
you
trash.
did write this in a seductive way, or tried
Oh
to,
yeah,
right?
I try to not really a seductive way. I try to write it more like it was just about me like fucking up like all the time. That's what it'll sound like. But if you know that it's about just how dirty my car was,
Okay.
that's the fun part for me, at least. All right, so here is Trash, we'll call it, our Brunch Weekly original single off of our album Modes. A bunch of other stuff. Love the DMV. We'll see you guys in a little bit. Enjoy.
A cycle that never ends. Once I get it right, I make a mess of it again. A cycle that never ends. Once I get it right, I make a mess of it again. Cigarettes and a cup full of days old coffee that's been stewing in the sun. Remnants of my days spent riding down the freeway, not impressing anyone. Could it begin? Not impressing down the days. I let this go. Not impressing anyone. And it's running from within. A cycle that never ends. Once I get it right, I make a mess of it again. A cycle that never ends. Once I get it right, I make a mess of it again. Empty cans and bottles mixed with the remains of all those things I didn't need. Comfortable in my surroundings, it's all the wreck, but it's all fine with me. Could it begin? But it's all fine with days. I let this go. It's all fine with it's running from within. A cycle that never ends. Once I get it right, I make a mess of it again. A cycle that never ends. Once I get it right, I make a mess of it again. What's the point? This game I play, it's gonna end the same again. What's the point? This game I play, it's gonna end the same again. A cycle that never ends. Once I get it right, I make a mess of it again. A cycle that never ends. Once I get it right, I make a mess of it again. A cycle that never ends. Once I get it right, I make a mess of it again. A cycle that never ends. Once I get it right, I make a mess of it again. A cycle that never impressing anyone. Once I get it right, I make a mess of it again. It's all fine with me. A cycle that never impressing anyone. Once I get it right, I make a mess of it again. It's all fine with me. Not impressing anyone. It's all fine with me. Not impressing anyone.
bunch
Shit,
of other
the
stuff.
mic wasn't on. I'm sorry.
Oh.
There we go.
Hey, there we go. All right. Mike wasn't on. A little bit of silence there for you guys. A little bit of talking and repeating ourselves now. But again, that is Trash, as we're going to just call it. And it's off of our pop punk album that we're working on.
Yeah.
Now,
I totally enjoy everything. Like the sitting down and writing these EPs or albums. I'm more so enjoying the process than just coming up with, hey, let's do it like this stuff.
Just a random one-off song. It's definitely, especially like when you look at the first song we do in each feel, and then you look at the last one. While they all remain good, I think we have a better respect for what we were writing by the end of it. Like, we've been doing it for so long. Like with the math rock, by the end of it, we kind of all just wanted to be like, all right, let's get done with this fucking headache of an experiment.
But it
love
was
so
songs,
fucking good. And the last one, I think, is just as. I mean, I think the first one's just as good as the last one. But by the last one, we really knew what we were doing on that.
You can hear us getting better
Fuck
at
yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Style by the end of all the.
And obviously, I'm more prone to enjoy the pop punk stuff. So this is literally, I mean, we're writing the album I wish I wrote 15 years ago right now. Especially with all the woes and the nannies and everything.
Which I'm
That's
surprised you
my
haven't
favorite.
jumped on that before, like.
What, writing a pop punk album for myself?
No.
I've tried.
Just like when you're doing vocals, like maybe you did hear it, but like there's just times where. Like, he heard something the one time, he's like, oh, it would be good with this here, you know?
Yeah.
Like with the woes or just layering the different audio track or vocal tracks. So there's different things going on, like that pop punk feel.
Yeah, I think that after this, it's going to be easier for us to add more vocal tracks. I think that's like the one big takeaway that's going to be from this
I think the biggest
experiment.
takeaway from this is that you have had more input.
Yeah, that is
And
true.
had more time, too.
The music side of stuff.
Yeah.
And we've also written in the sense of making the vocals.
Because they
making
have to,
a melody more
the
important.
melody has to be like the
So,
forefront of
in the
it.
beginning when we started doing this, it was like...
How insane can we make everything?
Yeah,
Kyle
but I
go
would write a
sing?
whole song.
Yeah.
And then be like, well, now, Justin, you have to play to everything I made.
Right. Yeah.
And Kyle, then you have to play to what we did.
Yeah.
With this, we've been doing like, all right, this is an idea.
Yeah.
Now someone else do it, their idea on top of this idea.
Yeah.
You know
It's
what I mean?
definitely been more
we've been
collaborative
more
with this, for
collaborative.
sure.
Yes.
And
That's
Rather
true.
than stacking,
we're building.
yeah,
Yeah.
We're building a
interweaving our-
cohesive actual song. Not to say that our other ones weren't cohesive, but I'm sure as we keep going, like I've been listening a lot to our older music lately because we try to do the one Brunch Radio and we're going to try to do another one at some point. But we I was going through that, then I was cataloging all of our music because there's nothing else to do. I was making spreadsheets of everything that's ever happened
Speaking
on
of
the
which,
show.
we do have Discord now, so if you have a Discord,
we do.
get us your information and we will
Definitely
get you
message
added to
us
that.
and we'll get you added to that for sure. You'll be on the ground level of that, which at some point might have some perks.
Yes.
For right now, the perk is talking to us. But yeah, no, I think this is the input and the layering of vocals and kind of going from math rock, which probably was the least comfortable I've been trying to add vocals to something, to this has been literally a godsend because it's kind of just resetting me back to where I first started playing music with other people. And the first bands I were in were pop punk, emo, ska level bands, and it was all early mid 2000s sounds. And this definitely is just right in my wheelhouse, so I'm thoroughly enjoying it. And we're all hoping that you guys are thoroughly enjoying all the music as well. Remember, you can always go to the Houseboat Tommy Lee Jones channel on YouTube, and you can see all of our past original singles that are up available there. We do have a couple more that are going to be getting released over the next few weeks.
Real quick.
Yes.
Apparently John Prine just died.
John Prine died about 5 days ago.
Oh, 5 days
At
ago.
least
Okay.
5 days ago.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
which is unfortunate. A lot
Weird,
of
because
people.
the articles that I just saw were like 13 minutes ago, so maybe people are late on that. But
Maybe, yeah.
John Prine?
He was a country folk
Singer-songwriter.
artist, yeah, and a lot of people.
He died of corona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
I mean, he was
We
70.
didn't mention this while we were preparing the song. I said, let's try to write a song that has the feel of like Fountains of Wayne. I don't think we executed the end result of that, but definitely influenced our approach to the writing. Zach, you were saying that whenever you think Fountains of Wayne, you think it's got like a pop punk riff and then a nice little trill, a little fucking.
So it's, I don't know. In my head,
add
it had
more
like
stuff to it.
a little diddly
A little
going
diddly,
on.
always.
A little diddly.
And so the lead singer of Fountains of Wayne passed away this week. His name was Adam Schlesinger. I've been Schlesingering it up all week, so I have to make sure I pronounce it Schlesinger or Schlesinger. He was the lead singer of Fountains of Wayne. He was
Hi, Liz.
one of the creative minds. Hey, Liz. He was one of the creative minds behind the TV show My Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, which is a musical comedy TV show that's on for about 4 years. And then for me, most importantly, he was the creative driving force behind all of the music for That Thing You Do, which is a movie that Zach has never seen, but every time I bring it up, he goes, "Oh yeah, it's about
on
that
Netflix
band."
right now,
It is on
actually.
Netflix.
It is on
Nice.
Netflix right
Hell
now.
yeah. It is probably my favorite soundtrack ever written. It really, even though it was supposed to be songs from the 60s, that was what I was into in the mid 90s. I was into songs from the 60s. That was what my dad raised
Wait,
us
the
on.
movie takes place in the 60s?
Yeah, it takes place during the. It's supposed to be like an American version of the Beatles, but then they fail instead of succeed. The whole idea of changing the drummer and making that be the big difference in the band. So yeah, it takes place in the 60s. So all of the music was written in the mid 90s to sound like songs from 30 years earlier.
Previous.
And it's literally every single song on that album sounds like it came out in the era that it was supposed to be written for, and they're all just catchy as fuck. Every side artist that's featured has a song that's written by Adam, and Tom Hanks co-wrote all of the songs with him. So if you've never seen That Thing You Do, go check it out. If you've ever seen My Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, definitely check that out.
Yeah.
Hey, have you ever seen my
If you ever
Crazy
seen
Ex-Girlfriend?
Zach's Crazy
Run the
Ex-Girlfriend,
other way!
don't check it out. Don't check it out.
Check it out.
Just do yourself a favor, be safe, and run. But yeah, so that's some of the really sad things that are happening right now with coronavirus. But one of the cool things that I want to focus on, because you got to focus on the positive, focus on the light in the darkness. Locally, a lot of businesses are struggling everywhere across the world, are struggling to make ends meet, and some people have had to get creative. Restaurants and bars are able to sell their beer and their food to go, but one of the coolest things that is happening right now is that Tom and Charlie over at the Main Street Jukebox are our former sponsor, the Main Street Jukebox. They are putting together vinyl care packages.
Yep.
I'm assuming you don't have to be vinyl. I'm assuming if you wanted CD or tape, they can do that for you as well.
Might be a little more limited on that, but
a little bit more limited. But what they're doing is for starting, I think, at like $50,
$50 and above.
and $50 if they know you or they don't know you, they are going to curate a care package of music aimed towards your taste, towards your likings. And again, if they know you, they'll just kind of go off of that. You can throw them suggestions. If they don't know you, you just say, these are like my top bands, my top artists, and they are able to be in the store, not accepting anybody
You're
to
getting
walk
only
in.
Deftones if Charlie's picking.
If Charlie's picking out, it's Deftones and Alice in Chains, and that's all you're getting. He's like, oh, I think this guy, what did he say he likes? Oh, he's really into the Big Bopper. Deftones for sure. Deftones, 100%. Yeah. Oh, wait, this one's sealed. I'm not selling it. I'm
Into
buying
the collection.
it. Into my collection. He's the fucking miser with fucking records over there. But it's a really sweet thing that they're being able to offer this. It's helping them out. It's helping people stay sane.
And it's something new.
Yeah.
New music to you.
And
vinyl,
hopefully
or
something like
however you
this,
want it.
kind of keeps going. A lot of things that are being created, a lot of things that are happening right now out of necessity are going to, necessity, really does breed innovation. Yeah. When you need something, you have to be innovative, and you have to develop new ways of going on life as normal as possible. And this is a really awesome way to be able to get your record fix, your music fix, if you
Or,
are
you know,
an audio or a vinyl file, it's fucking a phenomenal
You
thing
can
to
just
be
tell
able to
them
do.
random and tell them to
Yeah.
give you like a fucking
Yeah.
eclectic mix of whatever.
Yep,
And
like our
like new
I
music,
trust
but
you.
random.
My ears are in your hands, type of thing. That's what Van Gogh said once.
Spencer, they should ship to Philly. He does online sales. So
Yeah,
just
they do. He will ship
just
anywhere
message him.
in the United States, I think.
Go on Facebook. I don't know if he's
and-
taking calls through.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't
Facebook,
know if he's actually in
yeah,
shop.
you can find.
but-
Just look up the Main Street Jukebox on Facebook, and then you connect to them through the
Or try
message option
calling
there.
as well.
Yeah, definitely. I think during the day, it's probably best bet between like 12 and 5. You probably get a hold
But
of
he
them.
will ship all over.
Yep, he will be shipping, so it's definitely, again, an awesome option. But what I wanted to do, since we do not have a guest this evening, I wanted to ask, I wanted to say to all of us, starting with me, if the two of you were going to curate a couple of records that you are, knowing my interest in music,
Yes.
that either you know I'm going to like, or maybe you know it's going to like stretch my mental boundaries on it. What albums do you, anything off the top of your head? What albums
Hold on. I'm
would
looking up the actual
you
name.
suggest be in my care package? If you could put 2 or 3 in, like if the whole thing's gonna be like 5 or 6 records all together, is there anything that you for sure think? And then also for you guys as well, we can play this game. And if you're in the chat and you're listening along, knowing us, if you do know us personally, what music would you suggest that we listen to that might be new, might be old, might be something that we
right.
missed totally?
So my first one for you is Odd Blood by Yesayer. Yesayer?
Yaysayer?
Yaysayer.
Yesayer. Oh, Odd Blood. The
Odd Blood.
the big single off of that is Ambling Alp.
All right. What era and what genre are we
It's
looking
2010,
at? 2010. All right.
and they are considered experimental rock.
All right.
It is. I think it would definitely be up your alley. I think it would.
What kind of other bands do you think they would jive with? What other like things? What other sounds do they have similar
It's like
with
if you
other?
mix like Animal Collective
Okay.
with Coldplay and Queens of the Stone Age.
Yeah.
All right. So it's got a grooviness to it.
Yeah,
It's
got that
definitely
groove.
got that groove
Fuck yeah.
and that more rock vibe, even when it's all synthesizers
Yeah.
and weird noises.
Oh, yeah.
It's still got a rock and roll.
Yeah.
Do they have like?
Heartbeat.
Is it like anywhere close to like King Gizzard, like that
no,
feel at
no,
all,
no,
or
no,
different
no.
different
It's
side of it?
way more dancey.
Oh,
Like
I
it
like
has
dancing. You're
like.
right. I do like dancing.
Let me rephrase that. I don't know if it necessarily has like a dance, but
You
the
know
sounds
I
that they
would
are
dance to
using,
it.
the sounds they are using is more associated with a dance vibe
Okay.
than it would be King Gizzard.
All right, Zach. Anything that you can think of that you would want to have put into my lexicon of music?
I mean,
It could even be to make me a
I
better.
show you new stuff all the time.
You really do. You really do.
So
Speaking
I mean,
of,
there's
that
a
new
couple-
Oliver Tree dropped today. I didn't listen to it yet.
yeah, it's just more of the same.
Okay.
Right,
It's
Ben?
good.
Yeah.
That album, The United States of America.
Oh
by
yeah, you told
United
me.
States of
Yeah,
America. I didn't
yeah.
tell you about it.
Yeah.
How's that
from
new? What is it? Soljan
67?
Solfin Stevens
Sufjan
Savian
Stevens?
Stevens.
It's all
Steffens?
electronic instrumental beeps and boops.
Right. Okay,
Really?
okay.
He's not singing on it at all
There is no vocals.
on the whole album.
The whole album. It's
Oh,
him and
Jesus
another
Christ.
dude who I don't know.
Okay.
Who I'm gonna assume is an electronic artist.
Okay.
I don't know how they made the album. To me, it sounds like analog synths and
Okay.
like, you know what I mean.
That's
It's just,
yeah. I mean, it doesn't
it's
really
not-
shock me with him, but no vocals is weird to me
It's
for him.
it's electric music, but it ain't fucking EDM. I'll tell
Okay.
you that.
All right.
That's
Is it more like somber and depressing electric music? Because I'm trying to think of like electronic folk
It's
instrumental
not-
shit.
I wouldn't. I thought it was
Sufjan's
cool,
left the folk behind.
but
I'm
I
assuming.
wouldn't. I'm not gonna recommend
Okay.
that to you.
Okay. all
That's
right.
not part of the list.
But the
I was
United
just
States
wondering.
of America by United States of America.
And then there is the Crumb. I mean the Crumb album.
Okay.
It's called Jinx. That band Crumb. They did that cool video with the 3D camera.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
But the
If you
album-
haven't seen that, check
yeah.
that video.
The album is out and it doesn't have that song on it.
Okay.
It's all different songs, but it is so goddamn fucking good. It's like, remember Hiatus Coyote?
No, I do not.
But
Well, that's a band that I recommend to you.
All right, so they're building just a good collection for me and all the listeners to check out.
But Hiatus Coyote, if Hiatus Coyote was
way more poppy.
an American punk band from the 2000s, like Strokes revival.
Yeah.
But they were still a female-fronted jazz band.
See, I like all of those things. All of the words you're saying, I like individually,
Right.
and I hope it's something like
Do you
peanut
not
butter and
remember that
jelly that I
video?
like. The what?
The 3D camera video. You don't remember?
I
that?
do-
Like the
remember
opening
the
line
video,
to the song is
yeah.
like, I live in a house with
Yeah.
a tin
Yeah, no, I
roof."
remember that. I remember that for sure. I just don't think I listened to
She's
anything
cool
past
as
that.
fuck.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like her.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
She's
Now,
Oh, we have a
singer, she plays
suggestion from
guitar.
chat to you.
ooh, what
And
we
it,
got?
it comes from Liz and Kev, and Kev's saying to check out D-Stat.
Distat.
D-E space S-T-A-A-T. They are from
Stat.
Dutch.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely the
Stats.
They're
The
not from the Dutch.
Netherlands.
They're from the
They're
Dutch.
from the
Dutch.
Dutch.
Dutch boys.
I mean, I guess it translates to the state, but it says
Oh, okay.
alternative rock band.
Isn't there an
formed in
American
2016.
band called The State? Oh, wait, no, that was a comedy group.
Yeah, that was
a
MTV's
comedy group. The Thomas
yeah.
Lennon and all the guys from Reno 911 were The State.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they had an MTV show.
Spencer is saying white denim in person. John
listened to
Schofield,
some
a go-go. Ben Doolittle is saying Fitch, you dig. Oh wait. Oh, never mind. His response. I thought. I thought he was gonna say Finch.
Finch, yeah, Finch. No, he's just messaging Spencer. All right. Now, I would say this is an album going for both of you that I would put in your care package because
I'm gonna put it in my
if I
phone
am
now.
I will go through and actually listen to these albums. So whatever
me
you're
too.
suggesting.
We got nothing but time. It might be an album that you've heard some songs off of. Justin, it might be an album that you've listened to in the past. But probably, and again, because it would be me packing it all together, I'd just be giving you things kind of like Charlie would, the way I want you to listen to.
Right.
It is The Smoking Pope's Destination Failure.
Okay.
It has some of the best, saddest pop punk beginning of like that era, like it's from 1997. Some of the best songs on it, definitely Let's Hear It for Love is probably one of my favorite songs. I know you know that one specifically,
for sure.
but this is a 16 track like melancholy pop punk album, and it's just fucking fun, and I highly recommend everybody listening to check it out. If you're
What's
a
up,
fan of anything like hey
You see what's up,
Mr.
Zach?
Dylan's
Yeah,
in the
Zach
chat.
Dylan.
But if you're a fan of like Alkaline Trio, if you're a fan of anything that came out of like the Midwest during the 90s, if you like early emo, things before
hell
they
yeah,
called it emo.
Texas is the reason.
Texas is the if you like Texas is the reason, you're going to throw that'd be just another good one to throw on there.
Yeah,
There
if
you
you've
go.
never
Yeah.
listened to that, do you guys? Everybody do themselves a favor and listen
Yeah.
to Texas is
So
the
I would
reason.
definitely give that for you.
Did they name them
Both.
themselves after the Misfits song?
Probably.
Or
don't know.
after the, like, is that a saying, though? Cause
I don't think Texas
you know what the
is the
Misfits
reason.
song
I
is
think
about?
that's no.
Kennedy.
Oh.
The Misfits song "Texas Is the Reason"
Okay.
is
Yes.
Oh
it
yeah,
is.
yeah.
It
The
is.
album cover even.
No, it is.
that
The name
one with
Texas is
that
the
shot?
Reason is
No.
lifted from a Misfit song
I think-
entitled
or maybe I
Bullet.
just saw a video.
The song is called Bullet,
Bullet.
but they
Yeah.
did get it from.
but they
Okay.
say that,
So they
right?
got it
That's
from
the
there.
chorus.
Now I would say that, and then the
And it's
other
a conspiracy theory about the assassination of John F. Kennedy.
the other album that I would then give to you guys, if we're sticking in the same vein, and both of these bands are actually bands that I was pulling from when I was thinking about.
Then I've already got it in my shit.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking about tonight's song specifically. Once I started thinking about writing, about trash and just kind of like how I'm trying to make it like something really simple,
Right.
sound way more convoluted. A band that I've always really thoroughly enjoyed being able to do that is definitely the Weaker Thens. The album Left and Leaving is probably one of the best, again, from that same era, early 2000. This one came out in 2000, I believe. But it has the song Aside, which is one of one of the best written songs of that era. And they were actually, some people might recognize the sound if you watch the movie Wedding Crashers a lot. They are the final song in the credits that roll. And it was one of the first times I actually ever heard them. And like 2 years later, 3 years later, I was way late on them. I think Ethan Jurley, he messaged me or was hanging out with me or something, and he suggested, cigarettes.
I don't think we have enough distancing.
We don't have. Stop coughing towards our 6 feet, man. That's
You got a
I
whole
feel
other
like
6 feet
I
behind
may
you.
have seen the Weak Events
Yeah?
in concert
Ooh,
once when I lived
ooh.
in Philly
definitely check them out if
at
you.
the church.
Ooh, that would make sense,
that would
man.
Would that have happened?
Yeah, and then
Probably.
they had one of their bigger songs. I feel like was also "I Hate Winnipeg." It was just a song that got used a lot because the title and the line in the song is "I hate Winnipeg," and it's just about hating fucking Winnipeg.
I've never
Yeah,
been.
it sucks
Never
about
been there.
concerts right now.
Never been there at all.
Online.
Yeah,
House party.
Remember concerts?
yeah.
No.
I keep saying to Nate, like, if I drive past somewhere with my brother, I was like, dude, remember bars?
Remember bars?
Like,
Remember sitting down in a restaurant?
yeah, dude, remember like bowling?
Bowling.
Yeah, I remember bowling. I haven't done it forever.
Last time I did it
I
was
really
with Patty,
want- I
Jerry,
really wanna do it
you,
now.
Luzzy, Steve, and
Fuck.
Meg.
Yeah, no,
That's the last time I
cheese.
bowled.
Oh, yeah, we were glow bowling, and then we glow bowled for like a couple frames, and then all of us collectively were just like, this is not as fun as we remember it.
Yeah.
And then we like asked him, we're like, can we switch to like just regular bowling? Like,
Get rid of all the lights. And
We're all old now.
we're not dancing up and down the fucking
We're not kids
alley.
anymore. Can we have regular bowling?
Yeah, but keep the bumpers up, right? Keep the bumpers up. You don't want to go.
Sure.
Ball.
Yeah, I mean-
not for this fucking guy over here.
Oh, yeah, he can actually bowl.
And hook them up the potato guns. Fuck it. It's glow bowling.
Whoa!
Hook the
fuck.
children up to potato guns?
No,
The
no,
children. Give every
no,
child
no.
a potato gun,
And then you gotta
and then
run
you
through
gotta
the
run through
neighborhood.
the neighborhood.
Jesus.
That's my type of glow bowling.
I'll play that game.
All right, let's do it. Are we giving them potatoes, or do they have to fend for themselves on potatoes?
You
We
have
better
to grow
give
your
them potatoes.
potatoes.
No,
Otherwise,
because
they're gonna
otherwise
use
they'll put
rocks.
like, yeah, rocks.
They'll use rocks. That is true. That is true. All right. Well, there are some suggestions for albums and music for you guys
Yeah.
to check out. And as we do on every episode, we like to do a little cross
Well, real
promotion.
quick before you get
Whoa,
into that,
what do you
I want to
got?
go into. There's been a lot of hype talking about Tiger King and stuff on Netflix. And real quick, I just want to go into a few shows that if you you probably have missed or have like passed beneath the cracks. Nobody's really talking about them, but shit that is as crazy as like Tiger King or
that
a
West
series that you might
Virginians,
watch.
Wild Whites, whatever that.
Well, that
fucking-
shit,
yeah.
that's
that
a good
shit's a
one.
bit
I've
older,
seen
but
that.
I'm more importantly talking about if you haven't seen it, watch Evil Genius on Netflix. It is one of the most mind-fucking blowing criminal cases I've
Literally
ever seen.
mind blowing.
Literally
Yeah.
Isn't that the head
blowing.
exploding
Yeah.
one?
Yeah, it's where the dude has the. If you've seen 30 Minutes or less, that movie is
Yeah.
based on it.
Yeah,
But it's
the
a crime
Aziz
in.
Ansari starring vehicle.
Isn't that Jesse Eisenberg?
Jesse
as well?
Eisenberg is I think he's the
Yeah.
one in the vest, and then
Yes.
Aziz is his
Yes.
best friend.
Yep.
I feel like Danny McBride's in it too, or
Yeah,
somebody
Danny
else.
McBride's like the bad guy.
Yeah.
He's
Him
the
and
mastermind behind it all.
This is way darker.
But
than
this
yeah.
is the movie
This
is based
dark.
on it. It's a really fucked
how
up
many
crazy
different
film.
versions of the script do you think it took from the real story to a kind of slapsticky stoner comedy about it? How many times do you think they just went?
I mean, it
That's
is a
fucked
dark
up story.
comedy though. It's not a slapstick.
Can we get that
comedy.
nerdy guy? That guy that looks like Michael Cera? Let's make him do it. We'll
Yeah.
make it hilarious.
True.
Because he's supposed to be a fucking like. It has nothing to do with pizza, right? Like he wasn't a pizza
He was
deliverer.
yeah,
Okay, he
yeah,
was.
it
Okay, so
follows
it is,
that story to
okay.
a T. He gets called, except for I think it's like a
But there's a lot of other shit going
Yeah.
on. And,
yeah. I
and
mean,
sort
that's
of like
that's
Tiger
the
King,
surface.
there's a like a
There's so many fucking crazy
a
things
murder
going on.
mystery that you're solving.
tied in within it.
Yeah,
man.
you know how everyone thinks Carol. This show is also
Carol,
like that.
what does everyone think Carol did? Carol
She
Baskins?
fucking killed her husband.
No, he's alive. I saw him. He's in the show.
Is he
Dude,
just- oh, wait.
OJ said. Did you see that
Oh,
video?
OJ said
OJ?
she definitely did.
What's
What
up,
if-
Twitter world?
What if he's actually just stuck in a cage in a tiger suit?
Oh my God, he's been Joe's tiger this whole time.
Oh, he's been like that fucking horrible Kevin Smith movie.
Oh God, Tusk.
Tusk. He's been clawed.
Later, Zach.
Claude.
Yeah.
Claude. If you said, hey, you want to go see this movie? It's called Claude. I'd be like, who's it about? I would assume it's about a guy named Claude. It's just like a dude. Claude. Hello, Claude. Hello.
Hello,
Oh.
I am Claude.
Yeah, I would also say I'm starting to check out the Ozarks right now. Zach and I talked about it last night. He's watched episode 1, wasn't a fan. So far, I'm really loving that show.
My parents loved it.
It's pretty good. If you like Breaking Bad and shows like that, so far it's really good. Season 3 just dropped. And then also, I've been going back and watching episodes, the Matt LeBlanc show, where he plays like an over-the-top characterization.
Is that what you're doing?
No, I just literally, I was watching something with Ricky Gervais, and that was a suggested next watch because it's British people. Like, that's literally the whole algorithm there.
The big thing that's probably going to happen between now and next week, though, is Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, that's actually coming out. Did they push that back? Didn't they
It was pushed back a couple weeks. Yeah.
So that is coming out.
The 10th.
Now, so are you going to are you going to force me to watch you play it, or are you going to try to get me to actually play it?
Oh.
Dude, at this point, this game is...
Cheers? What are we cheersing to?
Cheers.
We got a cheers from Zach, so cheers.
They're saying that it will appeal to people who don't know the original.
Okay.
I mean, it's updated and modern, but is it going to appeal to classic fans?
It's for
the
classic
people that have been
fans.
sticking around for 20 years.
From all the reviews I
years.
read that said that 97 it came out.
Okay,
Yeah.
All the reviews I read said that, like, if you know the game, and this is just the first third of the game.
Right.
They're splitting it up into
Is
installments.
it coming out on 18 Blu-rays?
I'm gonna buy it digitally like a fucking
gonna be
adult. Where are you gonna go?
40,000
GameStop?
gigs.
GameStop is closed.
They can't even operate in this state
Can't even
no
operate. I'm gonna get it digitally.
I mean, Zach, you can still get a Tiger, dude.
He wants to get a Tiger?
He said he didn't realize how cheap it was. You know what? Fuck it. Zach is buying everybody Tigers. Thank you so
They're
much.
so cheap. Buy everybody a
No,
Tiger.
dude. Well, I live with a house cat, and it's horrible. There's no way I want a fucking tiger.
Why
It's
not?
not that bad. Jesus.
Oh my god, it would eat me.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
okay, that's a good reason why not.
It would eat me.
I'll give you that one reason. Give me a second reason why not. Besides how much they cost.
God, it'll
to
protect
feed.
the house.
Imagine having to clean up that litter
No,
box if
fuck
it was
no,
just like
dude.
a cat. And it would have to be a whole room. The whole room
Yeah.
would have to be a litter box.
Yeah, sorry guys, no more podcasts. There's a tiger here.
There's a tiger here. No, now the show is Kyle Mocha might die, and so might Zach and Justin, and we'll have no guests
no way, dude.
whatsoever.
I am not interested at all.
So Zach, have you watched anything new or interesting in Netflix or streaming or anything?
Or
anywhere?
even old suggestions.
Yeah,
Something that might have
something
slipped through the
that people
cracks,
missed.
like Altered Carbon. Even though season 2's out, I still have to watch that. But
Yeah.
You guys know, I don't watch fucking...
You don't.
I just watch YouTube.
You're one of the few
Oh,
people that
YouTube.
still has a job, so...
You're right.
I watch
YouTube.
YouTube, and I watched Project Farm do a video.
Ooh, suggest-
on
Project Farm is a really
Spark
awesome channel.
Plugs last night.
What was the name of the channel that you suggested that I watched earlier?
Oh, All Gas No Brakes.
If you want to laugh your ass off at a bunch of ridiculous people, All Gas No Brakes is fucking phenomenal.
He goes
Oh
to
my-
festivals and interviews people.
I watched the one
that
from
are
Talladega, and that is
on
the
drugs.
most absurd.
Or he'll go to even like the Flat Earth conference.
Yes, I watched that one.
Interview like these nut jobs, and they're really so deep into whatever they believe, whether it's drugs or healing crystals or the flat Earth or
The
building
power
the
of
wall.
a diamond or a
Dude,
triangle,
and
whatever
it
was.
This fucking doofy looking dude in a suit that doesn't fit him too well.
Yeah.
All on purpose.
Oh,
Such
yeah.
a disappointment,
Interviewing
Liz.
these people. It's goddamn hilarious.
Fuck it.
You really see like, oh, no, this is what people are like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is America. That is America right there for a good amount of what I watched today, at least. All right. So go check all those suggestions out, the music, the streaming stuff. And also make sure you check out our Brother Sister Love podcast. Let me ask you a question. Every week I like to take the question asked by Anthony on that episode, bring it to us here, and we do a little breakdown and discussion of our own. So hit it, Justin.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
Alrighty, so let me ask you a question from Let Me Ask You a Question. On this episode, Sir Anthony, as I call him, Sir Anthony of the Angels, Mr. Anthony DeAngelis, asked this wonderful ditty that I immediately kind of laughed at the question itself and was hoping that another question evolved, because this might be one of the shortest answers, at least from Zach. The question is, would having no holdbacks farting in any social situation affect you negatively or poorly, or negatively or positively in your life? If you had no qualms farting anywhere ever.
Well, I mean, this is an easy question for Zach.
For Zach, do you fart anytime you feel a fart? Do you have no holds barred farts? You just let them go no matter what. If you're in church on Christmas Eve, will you fart? If you're at your parents' house and your mom is like baking something and she bends over to like check the oven and she's right there, will you fart right? Like, are you like fearless with your farts?
Yes.
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 So would
I think in my mind,
yeah,
laughter and joy
yeah,
are very important in living a healthy life.
Right.
And to me, nothing is funnier
not a fart.
than a fart.
It's true.
Even when it's gross,
Even when it's poop.
it's funny.
Yeah, no, it definitely
And
is.
a little bit toxic karate.
A little toxic karate don't hurt nobody.
It's doing the opposite.
Yeah.
I'm bringing joy into the world.
Okay.
At least I'm bringing joy into my world.
Okay, now to go off of that, have you ever then, because this is what I was thinking to expand on this a little bit for you specifically, have you ever farted so bad that you made a person ill, or made them actually physically ill, or made them
and
leave
it's
the room?
someone you know that is going to hear this episode.
Wonderful. Is his name Mean Mark Miller?
His name is Mean Mark.
Are you the reason he is mean?
Yeah, could be.
It could be that.
Mark hates my farts.
Oh, God. How many times did you fart in a cab with him?
A billion.
While you're just
But
driving around the truck,
the
fart in the
best
cab,
one-
and leave it?
It's me, Mark, and Steve.
Okay.
In one truck.
All right.
Then the truck behind us is Nate, Aaron, and Eric.
Okay.
And we were mowing this gigantic substation down in the valley, Springfield. It's huge. It takes hours. So we had the whole crew down there. And we're pulling out, and it's in the middle of fucking bumblefuck, in the middle of nowhere. We're going down this windy-ass back road, and I'm in the passenger seat, Mark's driving, Steve's in the back, and I let this monster rip.
Audible fart or a silent fart?
Silent.
Silent. Because, I mean, the silent but deadly thing seems to hold up mostly.
Usually, when
it's hot and
I've been
slow.
training on noise over smell.
Yeah.
That's my preferred fart. But this was a quiet demon.
Quiet demon.
And it starts to fill up the truck.
Was there any question that it wasn't you?
No.
No. Everybody
Everyone
knew.
knows me.
Do you remember what brewed in your stomach that created that fart? Do you remember what you were eating? Because I'll say that my worst farts that I ever have are definitely if I thought it was a good idea to like have a little bit of ice cream and then go to bed. So I'm probably like slightly lactose intolerant if I go to bed with the lactose
Yeah.
inside
Milk
of me.
farts can be bad.
Milk farts, but
Egg
I
farts
like
are
peanut
pretty
butter
bad.
Ripple ice cream a
No,
lot.
I don't know what I
And
was eating,
peanut
but-
butter and vanilla ice cream, the combo of those two, like I leave my room after I fart in the morning because of that, and like burn some incense.
This
fucking
was
light a candle.
the middle of summer
Oh.
when it was hot.
Oh.
So I assume my farts were probably made of Natty Light
You ain't
and
wrong,
beef
Zach.
jerky.
Yeah, it's a bad mixture.
But it hit so hard, Mark fucking pulled the truck over and had to
Heaving?
exit the vehicle, and then my boss and the rest
They
of the
pull
crew pull
over.
up, like, what the fuck is going on? And Mark is like on the side of the road heaving.
Oh.
And they're like, what's going on? And he is so mad at this point.
Did Steve stay in the truck?
Of course.
Of course. That's not that bad.
Steve appreciated it. He wasn't overly joyed, but he had an appreciation for what I did.
I can only imagine hearing 4,000 oh my god Zachs.
Oh my god, Zachs. Oh my god. Oh my god. All right, Justin, for you, to go to the original question.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
See? That was, oh god. That's definitely poo. Would being able to fart at any moment and have no issues with it, would it be a positive or negative impact on your life?
I don't know if it would really change my life.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm controlling when it can and can't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it would.
Yeah.
affect it.
So would you be now? You hold back certain times.
Sure.
Like say you were on. I know you're in a relationship, but if you were going to go on like a first date.
Right.
And you had no qualms and you just ripped ass. Do you think you're getting a second date after that ripping
I think
ass?
it depends on the person
Depends
and how
on the
much you
person.
actually hit it off.
I'm
Now-
only ripping ass on first dates because I want to let her know what I'm about.
She's like, so what do you do for work? And you just
Are you interrupting her every time
I eat
that you...
ice cream.
yeah.
I have a job and I eat ice cream.
I'm an
for a
ice
living.
cream taste tester. Oh. All right. Well, I think my life would definitely be negatively affected because I work, or used to at least, work in the food service industry. One day again,
Yeah, but I
I'll
mean,
work.
you can
Yeah,
control it, though.
yeah,
You can
well-
control it,
No,
though.
I'm saying like you can fart wherever you want and you don't care.
Oh, you don't care.
Like you just
oh,
don't
well,
care.
then that's
Yeah.
different.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's-
I mean, maybe.
I think it would
don't
be
know.
definitely a negative thing unless it became like a niche thing that everyone's like, oh, it's just Kyle. He shits his pants sometimes and it's funny. Because I've been behind the bar where somebody just destroys like,
Dude,
and I'm
threw
sitting
my-
and I'm like, what is it? And then I will call people out at the bar, walk down, and be like, was it you? It's in this region. Hey, I saw you over there, then you walked away. You fucking trailing this around the whole fucking bar. Go away.
I got a good story. This
Good.
was,
man.
I don't know, 6 years ago.
Okay.
Justin, at the time, was
Oh,
my
yeah,
boss.
Oh no.
We were working at Jocks.
Oh no.
Pretty
I-
sure we've gone over this.
I was
story, but-
outside smoking a cigarette, and I thought I had a fart, and
Oh yes, yes.
I let it loose, and I shit my pants.
Yeah, he comes running up to me. He's like, I just shit my pants. I just looked at him, pointed, and I was like, go.
Go.
Just go.
Go.
Like, what else am I gonna do? You shit your pants. You're in a restaurant. Get the fuck out of here.
No, seriously. You can't work. You can't keep going like
Well, I
that.
never I was outside at least when I shit, and I caught you
Oh,
in the
yeah,
hallway.
yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
listen, I pooped myself.
I pooped myself. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. Now, let's say I don't think I've ever farted so badly around people because of the not wanting to and being able to feel it's going to be a terrible one. To the point I've never farted so badly that I feel like people have been sick. But I don't want to say farted on, but I was sitting on a couch next to my brother Keith, and we were watching X-Files or Fringe about like 7-8 years ago, and Keith just must have only been eating eggs for like a year or something, and
This
he
sounds like Keith thing
he
to do.
like leans to the side and just lets out the loudest fart ever, and it was hilarious. It was just this loud, long, like good 5 to 8 second long fart,
nice.
and I was like, "Oh my god!" And he's like, and I'm like, "That was rank, man. Are you sure you didn't shit?" What the? What? And it was so bad, I punched him. It was so bad, I was like, that is not right. And he's just like, whoa, I can't control it. I'm like, you can't control a fart. He goes, when I got a fart, I got a fart. It just happens. I'm like, you have at least 5 seconds where you can be like, I can't move, but you can.
Yeah.
I don't have a chance, but you can get out of here. And that was like, we didn't talk for like a day. Like, we just ignored each other. I was just like, you're disgusting. You are a horrible fucking human being, and I don't want to talk to you right now.
I do that
and I
to
left
my
the
brother
house.
all the time.
Oh,
Like, it'll be because if I finally let it rip and I won't realize, he'll be like laying on the ground, like underneath a truck or something, working on shit. He'll be like, yo, hand me the 12mm socket. I'll walk over here to him and just rip ass. And his thing, he's gotten over any physical aggression. He just usually looks at me and goes, "Why do you feel the need to disrespect me like this?" He's like, "That is disrespectful. You know that's disrespectful, and you did it anyway."
Now he doesn't. Does he rip ass like you do? Is he like proud and prominent with it, or is he more reserved?
I mean,
is he more of a human being about his gas?
yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
I
mean, he'll rip ass around me, but I'm literally ripping ass all
He's
day.
not touching the scent that you're excreting.
He's not even close to my level of toxic karate. I'm a
Not
fucking
at
master.
all.
There are times where it can bring joy, though. I was down when my parents brought me to Disney the first time. I was probably 13 or so.
Okay.
And I remember we just got done eating, and I was going to throw my plate away inside the park. I don't remember if it was Epcot or whatever. And I'm walking with my plate to go throw it away, and I sneeze. But as I'm sneezing, it forces this fucking loud ass fart. Loud ass fart. And I shit you not, dude. This whole family turns around, points, and laughs at me, thinking I am a part of the park at that point.
Oh my god!
That's the fart guy.
Like I just kept
He's
around.
12. He
Walking.
works
I was
here.
like, whatever.
Well, Justin at 12 is still 6'3",
Yeah.
so I mean, oh my god, yeah, no, it's something. I think, especially when you're around like-minded people, a lot of times, you know, a lot of women might not enjoy it or think it's funny. But my favorite women are women that are just like, nope, women fart, and then they'll rip ass. I'm just like, oh, because it's always worse. Because it's like
lady farts are the worst.
they're so weird. They're just like a different brand altogether.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how much different a man asshole and a woman asshole is. Not inspected side by side that closely in my life.
What about sheep?
Sheep assholes.
Dude, animal farts
much-
are serious too.
I was saying, the
dude.
farts. I was
Terrible.
I don't know anything about sheep assholes. What are you talking about? I'm not that type of
a
Irish.
little bit,
Maybe I am.
Dude, cats and dogs.
Well, because they just walk up to you and then they look at you like, I don't know what you're talking
well, a cat
about,
is
dude.
just like,
I have no
here
idea
it
what the
is
fuck
in
you're
your
talking
face,
about.
and then they turn around and just look at you like, eat it. Eat my shit dust, man. Eat my shit
Does
dust.
that make me more animalistic than the
I
average
think so.
person?
I do think it. I think that's definitely putting you on the more animalistic side of things. All right.
And by that, you're saying I should have a Netflix.
Yes, you should
special
have
about me.
Toxic Karate, the show.
Toxic Karate.
Yeah, that's the next Tiger King. Toxic Karate Sensei is going to be. You're going to teach classes on it. It could be even like a Cobra Kai
There
tie.
has
Yeah.
been
it's
with
YouTube.
Pontomain. He
Yeah.
was the last. Well, not the last, but he was a vaudeville performer. He was a flatulist. One of the last
Really?
real flatulists. And he was about. And then there's Mr. Methane.
Yeah,
You may have seen Mr. Methane
Was
on
his,
Howard Stern.
yeah,
or
Howard
Ripley's
Stern.
Believe It or Not.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Howard Stern tried to go after that shit too with
Yeah,
Fartman.
Fartman.
Fartman. Oh yeah.
But
He did
It was
do
a
Fartman.
joke. It was
Yeah.
a joke.
There's,
but,
you know,
That's just to
there's
piss off
not
NBC.
many,
Yeah.
performing flatulists out there.
There really aren't.
And I would really,
Bring
now-
that art back.
until you get into the sexual aspect. Now,
Yeah.
there's lots of videos
Are you gonna
of girls
ASMR
in tight
some fart?
jeans
fart-
ripping
Oh
ass.
yeah, just ripping ass.
There's
yeah.
there's
Cake
lots
farts.
of hot cake farts, dude.
Cake farts.
Cake farts.
Very
The ones
weird.
where they're wearing like yoga pants, and you can actually see the vibration on the yoga pants as they're. There was definitely
There's
one
a
night
different.
where
I don't have a sexual fetish to farts and mooning people.
Right.
It's not sexualized.
you just think
You're
it
looking
is
for it the
fun.
comical side of things.
Now,
toilet
if you
humor
found a
more than it
lady
is
who
sexual.
saw
The
you fart
showmanship
and she
of
went,
it.
"Oh, hello," and she was into it, how far down that road are you?
That
gonna
is a
go?
good question for
I'm
you.
gonna go. I'm gonna go down that road a little bit.
A little bit. See how scary
it
the
out.
scary
See
the
how I
terrain
feel
is.
about it.
Yeah. All right. all
Would
right.
you? All right. If she farted more and louder than you, would you feel threatened?
Will I
Yeah.
feel threatened?
Would
Yeah.
Would you be like, I'm not the
No,
man?
you
in the
I am
know-
not
house?
good
no,
enough
you know what
anymore.
it would do? It would ignite a
It would
new
ignite
Toxic love.
level, a deeper understanding of toxic karate.
Yeah.
Just keep
And
flames
I
away,
w- I
away
would-
from that
I
house.
would surpass her. I have no doubt in
So
my
you
mind.
need somebody better than you to train to be better.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah,
what
I'm
you're
like
saying.
fucking Goku.
Okay. All right.
All right.
You're powering up your asshole for
I'm
7
not your
episodes.
Asshole, just like Goku did. Just like Goku did.
He
Oh,
can't. He
oh,
doesn't
God.
get. He doesn't get stronger until he meets an opponent
That's true.
that's stronger.
That's true.
That's how Toxic Karate works. That is how it works.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I want to say thank you to everybody for joining us live
Yeah, hell
here
yeah. Thank you, guys.
in the chat. Good turnout this evening.
Thanks for sticking around and all the shit talk.
Yeah, all that fart, all
Literally
that fart
shit talk.
Shit talk. That's what most of the show is. Even though we're not saying farts, we're all thinking farts. Big thank you to Francis Moon for letting us premiere that
Hell yeah.
song here. Again, go check him out at
Join
Francis
Discord.
in
All
Color.
that stuff will eventually be
join
on there.
our
You can
Discord.
go back through.
You can be able to go
I'll
through
be
the
on
catalog.
the Discord now. I set it up finally.
You are. Zach's entering the
Well,
new
me and Spencer
world.
were set up some video chat. We're trying to figure out a proper way to jam on
Okay.
Discord.
Yeah.
It's hard, but I feel like we'll figure out the best way.
Yeah.
And eventually
Once
be
you get
able
over
to
the
jam.
delay,
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hopefully
figuring
we
out
can
that delay.
figure something simple out. Well, if I plug straight into the box, I can play.
right,
So I had my synth plugged straight in, and he could hear that with no delay.
right.
You can't run through a program, but there.
At least he can get an idea of what he wants to put.
We'll figure out a way to jam more
Hell yeah.
over Discord
Hell yeah.
because I think that's a cool thing.
It's a really awesome platform, definitely.
It
So
is.
check out new stuff from Houseboat Tommy Lee Jones on there. You can check us out at houseboat_TLJ on Instagram. Started a TikTok as well. You can check us out on there.
Dude.
Oh, the
rabbit
Tiki, the
hole of
Taki.
TikTok.
And
Wait, so you're a
always-
Metallica cover band?
Yes, that's what I do now. And then you can also go over to Moot.tv and you can check out all the other shows on Moot.tv. Check out Let Me Ask You a Question and White Wasabi. Both of them produced by our wonderful super producer EJ5000. So a big thank you to him and all the guys over there.
This is an easy beer.
This
Yeah,
is a
it is.
really
It's
easy
very
beer.
I've
nice.
had
You-
all
Go
of
get
them
your-
that
go
were on
just
the
get
table.
yourself some.
You're on number 4 on that. That's fuck yeah. It's I'm on number
I'm
2.
I'm about to be on number
But I-
3, and
but
I
I
really
talk
don't
too
go through
much.
the beers.
Yeah. But yeah, so a big thank you to everybody for tuning in now, tuning in the future. We will be back next week. Who knows what we're going to be having as far as a guest or anything like that. Kind of playing everything by ear.
We've had a couple of people express interest in coming back.
Yeah,
via
we might be
Discord,
doing some via
and
Discord guests over the next couple of weeks. And then
I heard of a new. I talked to a guy I met. He might want to come on the show.
oh hell yeah. Let's set it up. And yeah, so we'll be back next Tuesday live at 9:00, and most likely, as long as this thing keeps going, we're probably not going to take our normal break in between every 6
then
episodes. Not
Just
much
put-
else going on, so we're just going to be here to entertain you guys. But again, check us out, houseboat_TLJ on Instagram, Houseboat Tommy Lee Jones, obviously here on YouTube if you have not yet. Comment to any video, hit like on all the videos you watch, and definitely make sure you are subscribed to the
Facebook
channel.
has changed as well.
And the
if
Facebook
you-
also is Houseboat Tommy Lee Jones. We're doing everything under that moniker now. Kyle Mocha won't shut up. It might be the tent pole of the.
It is a show
of it,
on
but we're
the
going to be trying to put out a
overall.
lot more content in the next coming months. So we will again see you next Tuesday. As always, here is our wonderful closing theme to play us out.
Oh yeah.
Have a good week, everybody. Stay safe. Wash your hands. No butt stuff. No
Fuck you!
butts. Oh wait.
Whoa.
I didn't say thank you to Justin.
Oh, hey,
I didn't say
you're
thank you to
welcome.
Justin. I'm a
You're
dick.
welcome.
And I
Yeah.
also did not say thank
hey.
you to Mr.
I didn't even notice. You know what? Fuck you, man, for keeping me down.
The flatulence.
Stormin. There we go. Now we can sign off. Here is our closing
This
theme
is the
song.
first time we ever fucked up the ending of the
I
fucking
know.
show.
Way to
I
go.
know,
This
too
show
much
is
shit
going
talk.
too downhill
We're going
for me.
down the
I'm
toilet.
out of here, dude.
This is over.
it.
I quit.
I'm over. I'm over.
Be
it.
back next week, though. It's a temporary quitting.
I'll see you next week.
Bye.
Mood.tv.
There's nothing more egomaniacal than singing